95.7 The Hog, the Morning Hog Show. Riggs, Josh, S.R. Perrott. It's time for a Morning Hog Brew review.
What's up, buddy?
I just cut right to it, bro. Because I know that we have some serious beers to get to, and as we're racing toward, Thanksgiving and all these other holidays, I'm kind of starting to transition into fall.
Okay.
My leaves are kind of falling off, right? If I were a tree...
Probably see a doctor.
I probably should.
Yeah.
Actually, it was chest hair that came in. It's fine. It's like clumps. So you brought beers that we could enjoy and get us in the holiday mood, right?
Yeah, I brought some cool stuff, I think.
I love this.
I wasn't sure where to start today.
Yeah?
To be honest with you, because these beers there's a couple that are similar, and then the other two are similar, but they're all kind of big flavor profiles. So I think I'm going to start on something that will ease us into the other ones. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
I'm doing this like to imagine like I'm thinking about it. Too.
Okay.
Good choice.
Okay,
That's a good
perfect.
choice.
All right.
That's
I just need a confirmation.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, perfect. So we're going to start off with our friends over there in DeBerry.
Oh.
Central 28.
Okay.
Been around for quite some time.
Right.
They do some great beers over there. Upriver is one of their most known beers.
Right.
Sunshine Greetings. But they also do a beer that's been on draft for, I'd say, close to 5 years now.
Yeah.
And they decided to start canning it.
Oh.
So I'm super excited.
Oh, I've not had this then.
This is a great beer. It's Miss Mary Brown.
Okay. Like a name, like a person.
That's right.
Okay.
So Mary is the owner's mother.
Okay.
Very, very sweet lady.
I love it.
She is in the market occasionally, so you may catch her out there selling some of their beer.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
So this is a brown ale. So like you said, kind of getting into the more festive
Okay.
fall and winter time, right?
I don't want to make it awkward, but I was saying, let me get a sniff of Mary is what I was about to say. Like see what it smells like. But it's okay.
So this is a 6%er.
Okay.
A brown ale. One of my favorite beers. And I'm super stoked that they're now packaging this beer. You can find them in 6-pack cans. You should be able to find it at Total Wine, the new hotel over there in Daytona.
Yes.
Where the cast and crew is.
Beachside?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you could always check out our website.
srprot.com/beerfinder is what he's talking about. Okay, so this has that. I thought I was about to get like a full mouth feel, like full attack. It's not.
Yeah, not a heavy beer by any means.
Very smooth.
This is a year-round beer for them, so you can find it, especially on draft, just about anywhere. But now it's in package. You'll slowly see it rolling out and find it all over the place. But just a fantastic, easy drinking, especially for a brown ale.
I was going to run that Central 28 like a Halloween run a couple weeks ago. I was like, I don't do that. It's going to be fun to get some beer at the end. And then I was like, why don't I just get the beer and skip the running parts? That's what I did instead.
That's fair.
Just wear a costume and drink beer. It was way better, honestly. And I wasn't as sweaty. Very good, though. Very smooth. I never had this beer before. It's very exciting to me.
Yeah, so if you see it on draft, go ahead and grab a pint. But if you see it in package, grab that as well. Treat yourself.
Yeah. Tell them Josh sent you. Tell them SR Perrott 95.7 The Hog sent you, and you'll get beer.
Well, support local,
you pay
too,
for
right?
it. Yeah, you got to support local, of course.
And I think we've discussed this in the past. Everyone, when you talk about, hey, they're out in DeBerry, they're like, that's so far.
Yeah.
It's not that far.
It's not that far.
People drive to Orange City or Deltona all the time.
Yeah.
It's literally like an extra 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You just go over the bridge. It's right there. It's before Sanford.
Yeah.
Stop whining and just go.
I like to tell people, like, if you turn on 95.7 The Hog in your car, it's like 5 songs. Just
I like that.
It goes right by.
All right. That's a great.
Yeah.
All
Depending
right.
upon the songs and some technicalities in their commercials and whatnot. But you understand. Principle's the same. It's an easy ride. All right. Whoa. Bottle time. What's happening in there?
I had to make sure it wasn't twist off.
Okay.
Made that mistake before.
Yeah, do not cut your hand off.
Yep.
We do not have any Band-Aids this time. All right.
So, Abita, we know they do some really neat beers.
They do.
Right? Over the years, we've had bubblegum beer. We've had orange cream pop beers, stuff like that.
Right.
So, do you know what a fluffer nutter is?
I do know what fluffer nutter is.
Right.
Yeah. It's like peanut butter and marshmallow fluff.
There you go.
Right.
I'm just glad that. All right. Yeah.
I'm glad you said it right, because otherwise we'd have to bleep it and put up a warning thing right here and right there. It's not there though.
So this is Abita's limited release for the winter.
Okay.
So fluffer nutter, that's just what it's called. It's a white stout.
Okay.
White stouts always kind of mess with your head a little bit because you're looking at it and you're expecting you hear the word stout, so you're expecting a darker, heavier beer.
Okay.
A white stout, typically color-wise, is going to be much, much lighter.
Right.
They're in bottles, so it's a little hard to tell, but you can actually see through the bottle, which is
That's so weird.
Right, so your brain plays a little bit of a trick
good.
on you. But you are going to get peanut butter. You'll get some of that marshmallow fluff, stuff like that.
Oh, the fluff is on the back, right? Like the marshmallow just jumps in at the end and says hello.
I'm never quite sure how they do these flavor profiles.
Yeah.
Because it's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're tasting marshmallow and peanut butter in a beer and it's not thick,
Right.
you're like, how the hell are they doing
It's a
that?
crazy science. There's a crazy science there. But that is, it's got a ton of flavor, and it's at least 2 or 3 different layers that you get in
Absolutely, yeah. It's not all right up front. Like you said, it's perfect. It's layered. Craziest thing about this beer for me is it's 8%.
there. Wow. Really? Wow. High 8 on that one.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, you know, great seasonal beer. Very, very limited release. There are
Right.
some draft lines out there as well. So check out the website. That's going to be the fastest.
Again, he's what Josh is referring to is srperot.com/beerfinder. That's what
That
he's
is
doing.
the one.
Now, this is a great beer that I'm going to hang on to tightly during the break, right? Because knowing that it's 8% now, I'm going to make sure that I have all of it. And then when we come back, we'll see if we, because I was going to have a fluffernutter sandwich during the break.
Right.
Now I don't have to make one. I've already got one in a cup.
So the one I have in the lunchbox.
No, I don't want it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks. I mean, you can give it to somebody if you want to.
right.
John, you want that? I'll take it. All right, yeah, he says he'll take it.
All right, perfect.
Did you touch it?
I made it.
All right, more coming up. Morning Hog Brew Review on 95.7 The Hog. 95.7 The Hog, the Morning Hog Show. We're in the midst of a Morning Hog Brew Review. That's why Josh from SR Prod is sitting right over there. Morning Hog Brew Review. 4 beers today, but man, a ton of flavor on that first side.
The flavor does not end.
And I didn't even know what was going on there, but I recognize these cats right here.
Yeah,
I know
so
these dudes.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure where to start or end on this particular episode, but
Yeah.
I figured we'll keep like styles together.
Yeah.
And the break kind of let us come down from the milk sugars and stuff like that. So we're gonna get into the hoppy stuff.
Let's do it.
We've had both of these
do it.
beers,
Yeah.
but they're both freaking awesome.
I'm psyched.
Yep.
I'm super psyched.
So we're gonna start off with Sierra Nevada's Celebration of Fresh Hop IPA.
Okay. All right. Celebration Fresh Hop IPA.
So from what I understand, with this particular beer, they go and they grab their hops.
Okay.
And they're brewing it as fast as possible.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of breweries nowadays, they take those hops and they turn them into pellets or something like that, or they cryo freeze them. Where this is going to be a fresh coned hop, right off the vine.
Put it
ready to
in,
go.
make the beer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're going to get some big hop flavor, and this is their wintertime seasonal beer. It has been for quite some time.
Right.
And what I like, it kind of goes against the grain a little bit. You know, typically you don't think of an IPA for winter, but Sierra did.
They did, and they know what they're talking about. And who am I to tell? But first of all, I love this beer. This is one of my favorite beers. And it's weird that I still have, I think, maybe 2 cans of it sitting in my garage from last Christmas. So I probably could swap them out for the fresh ones.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, you recommend that?
Yeah, we've had some great beers that do great with aging.
Yeah.
This one, because it's that fresh hop IPA,
yeah.
you don't want that hop flavor to fall off at all. So
I
I'd
didn't know
go
that.
straight for it.
Yeah, I was just hoarding it. You know, that's how I do.
Ain't
That's
gonna hurt you.
That's
nothing,
such a great beer. Wow.
Yeah, fantastic. You definitely get those hops up front. You know what you're drinking. You know what I mean? There's no confusion. It's just a great beer.
And it's, I mean, I guess different from maybe an attacky IPA that just like wipes you out. I feel like that one has something. There's something different in there that levels it off.
Right. You know, so this one the hops stay with you a little bit.
Yeah.
But they're not overpowering whatsoever. If you're eating, it's not going to kill your palate, and you'll still be able to taste your food. But you're still, you know what you're drinking. You know it's a great IPA, and you can taste the quality of the ingredients that are there.
You just made me reminisce about that fluffernutter sandwich I gave up. Yeah, well,
I think you only had half of it.
It probably would. You know, I don't want it to compromise
I just
my
scraped the
taste
marshmallow
buds.
off. That was weird.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, it gets sticky, bro. You got to be careful with that. You got to carry some wet wipes with you. All right. Well, that's great. Sierra Nevada again, knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, and that's a 6.8% beer too. So
Woo!
it'll get you there.
Happy holidays, right? Christmas. You got to start. If you're doing your online shopping, I recommend that one.
There you go.
Maybe the official beer of online shopping. Just
And it
a
has
thought.
a nice little cabin with snow on it and stuff. So
Yeah, put you in the mood. Right?
So this beer is one of their more coveted beers over the years, right? Bell's has been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah.
This is Hop Slam Ale.
Yes, it is.
I will say this is one of those beers you want to drink as soon as you grab it as well.
Yeah.
It's such a big hop flavor that you don't want it to fall off. You want to taste it as it's intended. You can find this in draft and package as well. Both super limited.
Right.
But it's one people ask me year round. Hey, when's Hop Slam going to be around?
Oh,
and
so good.
eventually it comes around.
Yep.
Then it goes, and people are sad, and then they start asking again.
You have to mitigate a lot of people's sadness.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But I make a lot of people happy too.
Yeah, you do.
So I'll
Of
take
course
that.
you do. Yeah. It's you're polar opposites sometimes.
So technically, this is a double IPA brewed with honey. So that's how they're balancing out some of those hops a little bit, especially on a double IPA and such a big hop flavor.
Okay.
Which is,
Does that honey kind of work maybe as a muzzle or something? I didn't even know that. I love this.
Well, I'll
beer.
let you taste it and kind of figure out where in that timeline you are.
Oh,
tasting
you get it right in the middle.
Bingo.
Right in the middle.
So
just
it kind of
jumps
pulls
out.
You get a huge hop hit up front.
Yeah.
So if you're a hop head out there, this is definitely a style for you.
Right.
But that honey, like you said, right dead in the middle to kind of pull back on it a little bit. That way it isn't wrecking your palate. It's still something you can have a full pint of,
Very
no
good.
problem, and actually enjoy it.
Very, very good.
Yeah, they do a great job with this beer. And like I said, super limited. So just keep it out there. Now I will say, it's 10%. Does not drink like 10%. It drinks like a double IPA, absolutely.
Wow.
But it does not drink like a 10%.
No, it doesn't. No, it tastes
kudos
like
to Bell's, man.
Tastes like a hoppy IPA. Is what it tastes like to me. And then all of a sudden, boom, 10%.
Yeah, they crush it.
Now that's I would assume you're not going to find that on draft or anything anywhere. You just got to run your package store.
No, we got some draft in the market as well.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that.
Oh, I like that a lot. Could I look at like srprot.com/beer finder?
I suppose you could.
Find it.
That might be the one.
Man, I'm in the holiday season now. I wasn't in it earlier. I was sort of still transitioning in a few months, and end of the year's coming up, and whatever. So now I feel like I'm properly positioned in the calendar, thanks
Perfect.
to beer.
Yeah.
Thanks to you. Thanks to SR Perot.
Ironically, the calendars doesn't keep me in my seasonal areas.
Yeah.
These beers do.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Who needs a calendar? The Mayans had no idea what they were talking about. Beer does, though. Well, Josh, to you and SR Perot, cheers.
Cheers.